And my Beats by Dre are lit. I told you are plugged in. I got about a 4-inch, 6-inch cord here, so I'm tethered. I'm feeling like a real bounty cotton chained right now.
You are the bounty. I feel like I'm escorting you from point A to point B.
Just in terms of getting him to do a normal, like simple human thing.
Yeehaw, baby. What's a normal, simple human thing, Adam, as you say, doing a movie podcast in a shed with a fucking bug light as your only source of light?
Don't
Is
bring
that a
out my
bug
bug
light?
light, dude.
One of them zappers.
Bring out my bug light.
Wow. Adam's
Adam,
in a film noir.
Tell me about normality, Adam. Tell me about being normal.
Well, to me, normal is, being on time
William,
at a place where you agree that it'll be on time.
What's going on with William? He's like,
yeah, he's walking. It's very
what are
distracting.
you, he's like 8 Mile. Oh, you're on the thing?
He's on a treadmill.
You're on that
treadmill.
You look like 8 Mile, but if you were about to just bomb.
I'm just walking, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just walking.
Getting all pumped up, singing "Lose Yourself" or whatever.
Mom spaghetti. Why do you have a hood on? You're smoking weed.
It's cool. It's cool to see you
tethered.
try to smoke while you're moving.
Shit. I just spilled a bunch of Twisted Tea all over my computer.
God damn it.
Are you fucking kidding?
It happens every day.
Dude,
you did?
Those laptops don't like it when you spill on them.
It happens every day.
It's cool.
And that's my life. It's peach.
Peach is fine. Computers can handle peach Twisted Tea.
That's what the P is in CPU.
Yeah.
Peach.
Yep.
Well,
anyways, this was the most boring movie I ever freaking watched. What did we watch? Lonesome Rider?
Ride Lonesome, 1958. Starring Randolph Scott. Directed by Bud Bedecker. Written by Burt Kennedy. If you like this movie, if you like this movie, Ryan, there's 6 other movies that are almost identically the same, known as the Renown Cycle. This is a low budget. This is a low budget movie. This is a B movie.
It looks good for that then.
So back in the day, today movies are 3 hours long, but back then you would play.
Every movie's 3 hours long.
Are you gonna
normal
just walk
movie
this whole time? I can't not mention it again.
I'm walking, bro. I'm getting my steps
gonna
in.
walk
He's got to get his steps in.
No, I get that, but now don't fall. If you fall,
that'd be amazing. But
clip it.
I think he can do it. I think he can pull this off.
All right, sorry. Go back to Lone Ridesome. What was the name of this movie?
Hey, show a little respect to the movie, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah. So back in the day, you would have your A movie, which would be your Hollywood film, big stars, and then your B movie would be a little low budget film like this, and it would like fill out a program because they had different ways of distribution back then. Like studios would own their own movie theaters. They'd had drive-ins. They would play movies longer. There's all sorts. It was very different than the way it is today. But yeah, this is a low budget Western.
Why'd you pick it?
Well, Adam wanted to watch a Western, and Ryan's been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I picked this movie because this is one of my favorite Westerns. For me, this is a perfect movie.
This is your favorite? I thought this was one of Adam's favorite. Wow.
This is not one of my. This is not my favorite. It's one of my favorites. Basically, I saw this movie a few years ago.
It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorites. That sentence doesn't make sense, you dingus.
I have like 10 favorite Westerns.
Dude, this walking thing
you don't
want to
choose. He doesn't want to choose. He loves them all.
Gotta catch them all, I guess.
I'm just walking, bro. Can't handle a guy walking around?
No, lay down.
Coming for you, bitch.
He's coming.
I'm right here.
I'm
Brigand. I'm Brigand, and I'm waiting for you. I caught Adam. He's your little dumbass brother.
Ryan looks exactly like Wayne Grow in Heat. If he wasn't wearing that hat, I would believe he had a skullet.
Tip of the hat.
Yeah, this movie's awesome. Like Every shot in this movie is great.
It
Every
was
scene in this
boring,
movie
man.
is great. You really have to pay attention because it's 72 minutes long and there's like so many dynamics to the story with all the characters. Like they're always making deals. They don't trust each other.
Yeah, it did get better. It did get better. So I was
All
a
right,
hater
settle.
at
Why
the
maybe
beginning.
just stop talking for a little bit, Ryan? Okay.
I'm enjoying Ryan's feedback. You know?
Nobody else is. It's not interesting when we just hear that you thought the movie was boring and you're because
Well,
you
I
watched it
mean,
while you were hungover.
here's the thing. Ryan is a contemporary, young man. He watches superhero movies. He watches anime. He watches Chainsaw Man. He plays Switch while playing video games on his iPhone at the same time. Like he has low attention span. So
He's a Gen Z. He's a member
We
of
sh-
Gen Z.
we're showing him a 1958 B movie Western that's like with like every shot is like a minute long with like 5 people in the frame talking. There's maybe one close up in the entire movie, which is of
The
Lee Van
story was
Cleef.
it was a basic ass story. I watched John
I
Wayne.
agree.
I watched Clint Eastwood. It's
I
a boring
agree.
ass. So suck my ass and eat my shit.
The plot of this movie, Ryan, you were correct. The plot of this movie is nothing special. Almost every movie in the renowned cycle has the same plot. There's a movie I saw recently by Anthony Mann called The Naked Spur with Jimmy Stewart. Almost the exact same plot. It's just, but what makes it good is the style, the atmosphere, and really the shots.
Yeah, it's
Just
something
the-
that the old westerns have that you can like still appreciate are those vistas.
And this
views
movie
in
has
English.
no sets. Every single shot is outdoors. There is
Yeah,
not a single set.
This is why you go to see a movie like this to like, bask in the West, in the American West.
So this is a hipster Western, Ryan. This is like one of the first, like people didn't like this movie when it came out. It became like celebrated because the French liked it. Like the French New Wave critics liked
It
it.
seemed very French.
What did they say
Oh,
about
yeah.
it?
I don't know.
What's
I just
the
heard
why,
that.
like? I still don't like know why you picked or like why this is like the movie. I thought this movie was good too, but like
it's just
it's just simple.
the
like
first time I
lean-
saw it, I didn't. The first
Dude,
time I
I'll
saw
just
it, I
play
was
Red
like,
Dead. Like
I
it's
was
not
like-
that exciting.
this was
We've
good.
already done that. We did that years ago.
I thought it was good the first time I saw it. Okay.
Me too. Okay.
And
It
then the
wasn't
next
bad.
day-
It definitely
The
wasn't bad.
next day, I was like, that was really fucking good. Like
Oof.
this movie just sticks with you.
It almost has like it's like, yeah, it's such a small cast and like simple story that kind of is like slowly pieced out as it goes along. And they're just like, they're literally just like just traveling from a stagecoach way station to like Santa Cruz. It's like a very simple, pretty short journey, actually.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
and then they're just telling the woman to shut up every time she talks and how stupid
everyone's
she is.
sexually harassing the woman who's incredibly
Well,
hot.
hey, the Indians killed her husband.
And then they wanted to fuck her. That's
Yeah,
not
then they-
that's not playing it cool, by the way, Indians. They don't have game. You never kill the husband if you want to fuck the lady.
She gets her revenge. She kills the Indian chief.
That's true.
Everybody
yeah.
gets revenge in this movie. The theme of revenge. That's what
This
it's all
movie is
about.
also, it's kind of like I feel like it has like a meaner or like a darker
Yes, it
streak
does.
than a lot of old Hollywood westerns, which I appreciated.
Yeah, because like the thing is, it's about an older guy who's been through shit.
Yeah, like me. That's like me.
Yeah, Ryan's still a small fry.
What have
cocky
you
little
What have you
fuck.
been through, Adam?
Ryan's a
Give us
zoomer.
your shit you've been through.
Well,
Fucking
I'd
being
like to
friends with
speak.
you.
One time I
That's it. That's your shit.
Yeah.
Because
I
that's
hung
a
out-
privilege to most people.
No, it fucked me up.
Well, you need to thicken up, you little coward.
You know who Ryan is? He's exactly the young guy in The Unforgiven.
The guy that gets like,
Who's like, I killed lots of people.
yeah,
And then turns out he's like crying when they like go on a raid.
yeah,
I
you'll be
kill a lot
crying
of
by the
people.
end of this episode, dude.
Yeah.
I cry every day.
Tears will
literally
be streaming
cried.
down your
I
behind
cried
your eat
watching
shit
this movie.
sunglasses.
I cried watching this movie.
Good.
Yeah, you just wanted to play video games so that you like. That's why you're in like a grumpy.
The world's worst
I
pain.
knew this was going to happen.
No,
You
this
wanted
is
to play
great.
video games. You were hungover. You wish that you were playing video games instead of watching this. So now you're like
I
pissed at the
liked
movie.
I liked the third act of this movie. I liked the tail end of
Exactly.
it. I liked it.
Well, I'll
Okay.
say this.
This part, yeah.
It's tricky because the movie doesn't pay. There is nothing to enjoy until the end of the movie, until you understand why Randolph Scott is even doing this whole ridiculous plan. So he kidnaps.
Yeah.
They kidnap a guy, and then he tells the guy who's with him, "Go tell your gang leader I got him." Then he's traveling with that guy to a hang tree. And he's just trying to lure out that gang leader because that gang leader, Lee Van Cleef, who has maybe 2 scenes in the movie, but he has like an amazing close up. And he tells a story about how like when I was young and I didn't know anything, I killed his wife. I hung her, Like he got arrested by the lead actor, Randolph Scott, when
And then
he
when he got out of jail, he went like the Randolph Scott was like waiting for him, and then while he was waiting for him, he went to like his house and like took his wife and hung her on that tree.
Whoops. And
Yeah,
he's like,
why'd they have to go to that tree though? That's some Kurosawa shit. It was
What?
tight. I liked it. It was cool.
You had another observation about that tree, Ryan. Do you want to share it?
well, Ryan's
Yeah,
right.
like why can't they just hang him there? Like where they found him. There's a billion trees around.
Because that's the tree where the
Boone
wife
and
was hung.
And Wit want to
No,
get.
I get it. I
yeah,
get that.
But the
like,
bounty,
that's stupid.
but the outlaw. So like Randolph, what's his fucking name? Bergen or whatever.
Randolph Scott
Brigard.
Brigade. His name is Brigade.
Brigade.
He goes
It's
to
a
the.
Brigard.
He takes. He
it's
takes
so
his,
lame, dude.
He takes the brother and takes him to this way station. Nobody's there except for this lady, but also these 2 outlaws that he, I guess, knew
Yeah.
or something like that. So
They're all bounty hunters.
But
Well, they're outlaws. They have history.
yeah,
They're
They're
kinda
bounty
like-
hunters.
but
They're like
the,
gray zone characters.
the outlaws have just or have recently realized that if they bring in a person with like a murder charge or whatever, then they get amnesty. Billy, this
yeah.
guy that
yeah, amnesty
brigade,
is the new word of the town.
the brigade had the guy that brigade has who he's using to try to lure out Lee Van Cleef. They find out that if they bring him in, then they'll get amnesty and they'll be free,
Yeah,
and
it's
they
not
want him
that
to be on the
complicated.
run. And I'm just explaining it to the audience. I'm not explaining it to you. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking
Go
about
on.
anything.
It feels like
Go
you have
on.
an attitude with everything you say. I think because you're wearing the eat shit sunglasses still, but
I think
I'll ignore it.
you need to eat shit.
And William just seems like he's in a hurry because he's
He's on the go.
I feel great.
Okay, so
My blood is pumping.
but this is like the good thing about this movie is like the complicated group dynamic kind of that ends up happening because they all like kind of want different things.
Yes.
And-
This is a big thing in his movies. There's like Randolph Scott's always the leader, okay? Or like the lead actor. He's a bounty hunter usually. And then he usually gets teamed up with an outlaw. And then I forget which one, maybe the Tall T or 7 Men from Now. I forget. Lee Marvin is the outlaw guy who's with him, and like you don't know whose alliances he has. And basically he keeps his motivation secret until like an hour in or 45 minutes and then reveals it. And that's when you find out like what his revenge is.
Ryan's wearing a black leather trench coat too.
He looks like a wrestler.
Yeah,
He looks cool. I think it's a good look.
he does,
You
but I
know?
just I think it's like it fueling his tude, and that's kind of the.
I don't got no tood. I got a joint. What I got is a joint in my mouth and some liquor in my belly, and that's all I got, brother. And I'm not nothing. I ain't a wrestler.
I want to see you in like Sunday school clothes. I think you'll be a
I
lot.
would-
much
It is
of a nicer
Sunday.
boy. Yeah,
Dude, Ryan is a wrestler shit talker and then just like
just getting his
Eat
ass
by-
kicked by these.
Shit,
Yeah.
as long
like the meanest, nastiest guy, and then he just gets his ass kicked. Like Andy Kaufman, if he just got like
I just got immediately laid out, broke my nose in every fight.
Blood,
I can't finish my monologue. Like I just get punched in the face.
Yeah.
like broken limbs.
I go
Like-
broke because I can't keep buying new eat shit glasses because they keep getting broke. by punching.
That'd be cool.
I'm coming down and I'm pop and then I'm done. Anyways, Adam, you were saying this is a great movie with great arcs.
So yeah, so the the two outlaws, they want the bounty Billy. They want him because they'll get amnesty. So I can't remember how they really go like decide that they're gonna be like together with the guy, but or with Brigade, but he's like
Triggered.
Well, Brigade's like, I need your
Brigade,
help
right.
also to like shoot off anybody who comes after me. Like, I need
oh yeah,
your
because
help.
they're in that
He
was
Indian
the
territory.
He was the one manipulating everybody the entire time.
Well, he's lonesome, his wife
But
is
he
dead.
was literally his whole plan, like he was playing chess. He was like 5 steps ahead the entire time.
He's the me of the podcast. Yes.
Bro, just
That's
because
not
you're
how I see it.
walking, just
My
because
motor-
you're literally taking steps right now,
He's 5
doesn't
steps
mean
ahead.
you're 5 steps.
Dude, I'm like, I've
You're
been walking
literally
for 52
walking-
minutes.
If there ain't a better metaphor, you're literally walking in place.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
true.
You don't have to
That's
put it that
next
way.
you on this podcast.
You're walking a lot more than I am, but you're walking and we're going the same distance.
Nevertheless,
You're just carrying
Right
us.
foot, left foot,
We're
right
just on
foot,
your back
left
right now.
foot.
we got to
Right
talk about
foot,
James Coburn.
foot.
This is like one of his first movies. He's like
This
the
person-
partner
Who's
of the
that?
ally.
Why? That's wet.
Oh, the handsome dummy.
Skinny. Yeah.
I felt like that'd be
Handsome.
me. He was
James
the handsome
Coburn.
dummy. Yeah,
Oh,
Wit.
handsome.
He was the sexy guy's best friend.
So
Oh, yeah.
so the other guy was sexy and James Coburn
Yeah, he
is
was
handsome.
handsome.
Okay. And Brigade.
What
is
about
cute.
Randolph Scott?
He's more-
What do you think about Randolph Scott,
Brigade
Brian?
He's more of a
which
cutie.
which one's that? Which one's
Brigade.
Scott Randolph?
Who looks like an
he's
action
just like
figure?
he was like literally looked like a GI Joe toy.
Yes, he looks like a
It
toy.
didn't in the
Lots
in
of
the
people say that.
outfits,
Yes.
not right.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, he has very smooth skin,
I don't think
He
he's
has
real.
a-
smooth, beautiful skin, and kind of one of those like older actors that has like luscious eyelashes and stuff like that.
Right.
Want to hear a little movie
he's-
gossip
yeah.
Want to put
about him?
some rouge on him. and give him
Yeah,
a kiss.
what? Don't is this gonna ruin him?
It's good. This is what makes
course.
him. So
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
What you're
yeah,
like
he
to
was
watch
married a
these-
few times, but his
gonna like
marriage
this
just never
movie.
seemed to last. And whenever his marriage broke up, he would go hang out with his old buddy Cary Grant, and they would live in a mansion together in Los Feliz. And there's
And
like
that sounds
photos
like
of
fun.
there's photos of Randolph Scott and Cary Grant wearing like tennis clothes and like swimming in a swimming pool together, and they're just like they called them like the Merry Bachelors or something.
So
Yeah,
they're
they're
gay?
just bros hanging out.
Yeah, so that was just like his real love was Cary Grant, which is awesome.
It's cool
Yeah,
when
they
your
were
friend
homies.
is your true love is your best friend.
Is that what's going on with you and William?
It'd be cool if in the movie
Yeah.
Lee Van Cleef had
Nobody.
killed.
Not my wife.
Wow, the hesitate. You guys took a minute to respond on that.
No, William. I mean, I wish we had that kind of relationship that he had with Cary Grant. Not so lucky.
Are you in William's shed right now? Is that where he's walking towards?
No,
No.
how do I reverse this treadmill and walk backwards?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Cary Grant and him, they were lovers. So
Hey,
I told
good for them.
I told that story to my stepdad, and he seemed heartbroken.
Hey, there ain't
Oh,
nothing
nice.
gay about two dudes fucking.
Dude, that's a great thing about old westerns is you get to like break out your grandfather's heart by telling them like Hollywood trivia about the actors and stuff, you know?
Yeah, so it's it all leads to a big confrontation at this hanging tree, and then there's like a big tense moment where they're hanging Billy, but Lee Van Cleef comes out. They're like, it's all been leading up to this, and then there's like a 30-second action.
You said
scene
no
where-
studio.
Yeah, there's very little action in the movie. There's like one
That was
or like a couple Like, is there only one gunfight before that, or like
there's the Indian gunfight, and then there's like
Gunfight's lame.
the standoff. There's lots of standoffs. So
I appreciated
Yeah,
the
yeah. That's I
the
like the
choreography
dialogue.
and
It
stuff.
was
the
like
standoffs keep
the
things interesting.
standoff dialogue was the gunfight, right? Like
When Billy steals the rifle, that's a good scene.
right,
Yeah.
yes, and he's holding it to Action Joe's gut, GI Joe gut, and
Harry's
what's his
lover.
name? Yeah, Carrie's lover's gut. And
Brigade.
that scene, that whole monologue was sick, where he's just like, "Hey, why would I accidentally shot my leg once?
The
So
bounty
now
hunter, the
so now
outlaws.
I don't
saying
keep it
that.
I don't keep it loaded."
Got a private
And the guy's like,
audience.
"Fuck. Everybody's so stupid except for the guy.
That's how I feel.
So stupid."
No,
Boom. That
Damn
was
it.
brutal.
but a lot of this movie, like there's not a lot of gunfights in this movie. There's some standoffs. There's a decent amount of talk. Right. There's a decent
There
amount
is-
of talk. Dude, this
there's
episode
no-
is bad enough already. Can you stop distracting? I'm trying to
There
like do
is
something.
no love
I
story.
just wanted to do that.
What's funny is
HG
Adam
classes really
can't just
close, I
handle Ryan's misbehavior and go with it. He has
Minotti
to stop the
boy.
show.
I'm the one holding the gun at the gut.
Yeah, but I was gonna
I'm
say
Billy.
that,
I'm definitely Billy.
so there's a lot of just like dialogue scenes and stuff that kind of you have to really be like listening to really get it. But like the movie stays interesting a bit, but it does have a secret weapon, this movie, throughout, and it's making the woman have like giant triangle boobs. Which if
I
you were
was gonna
seeing
talk
this
about
movie
the
in the
bra.
in
That's
the
how they
50s
did
or
it,
whatever,
though. But that's
no,
how they
boobs
did
used
it.
to be. I'm pretty sure boobs used to
Pokey?
be more triangular.
They were definitely more pokey.
Yeah,
The theory is that what's his face? Who did Leonardo DiCaprio play in The Aviator?
Howard
Yeah,
Hughes
exactly.
Howard Hughes designed the brassiere
to look like
for
an airplane.
to look like an airplane.
Cool.
So women are just flying through the.
They
Just
look
makes
like
it more
far as-
aerodynamic, faster.
They look like B-52 bombers. You can put wings on them.
Imagine though, like Superman or anybody that can fly, any superhero that can fly, but they have to go tits first, nips first.
Yeah,
I think it's also like they
So
like
instead of his
basically
fist
look,
first,
yeah.
he's just.
yeah.
It looks like they're getting dragged.
It's almost like they're
That'd be
reshaping her form, with like a corset, and they're making her
It's
waist
weird.
super skinny, and then
Yeah.
her dress pops out, and then she has like clearly like a caged bra that's
It's like
has
over
a
the
shape.
toply gigantic though for the time. I've never seen boobs this gigantic in a movie that old.
Are you kidding?
Gigantic.
Yeah, those are two giant triangles.
Adam,
not
do
even
you
cleavage in this
actually,
movie.
Adam, do you actually literally live in that shed?
I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to dignify that.
You
with
just
a
did answer
response.
it. What are you talking about? You just responded to that. Either way.
Have you seen? So you guys have seen bigger triangle boobs?
Oh my God.
And
You want
then
me to
this
send you
movie?
some links?
This is like
Here, I'll
first Tomb
airdrop.
Raider,
I'll
Lara
airdrop.
Croft kind of triangle boobs. They're
That's
very,
the first thing I was going to send you.
yeah.
Yeah, there's boobs like this in lots of movies.
But it's got a it's a sizzling perform. I don't know what I was gonna.
You're really
finish that.
attracted to this
You're
blonde
horny.
woman, huh?
Yeah,
the whole movie
Adam
is
likes a
I like-
cold blonde with big
big triangle.
With big
Torpedoes.
with big old
Love them.
pyramids.
I see triangles. I fucking get chubbed up.
Hello,
But-
Egypt.
But everyone in this movie, a lot of the first half of the movie is about how everybody wants to fuck this lady.
Yeah, she's the only
Even-
lady in the movie.
Even Brigade is like, I feel like he's kind of sexually harassing her throughout the movie and
What did
stuff.
I-
Like, remember when he comes up behind her horse when they're running from the Indians and he's like slapping her
Yes.
horse's ass and the
Dude,
two
yes.
outlaws are watching her comb
He
her hair in the morning, just being like,
could-
"Oh,
This
No, it's-
movie, this
here's
movie
what's
was
going
like
on.
written by a 13-year-old boy, horny boy, is what it was. That's why I
He
thought
could-
Adam picked it.
This is what cool,
What?
lonely guys do. You prove that you can fuck the girl. You prove that, like, yeah, I could bang you. I'm the alpha. I'm the cool guy. But I'm not going to because I got pain in my heart and I got a purpose. I got revenge. I got revenge.
that's the coolest move to not fuck."
But he
Story
could if he
of my
wanted
life.
to. Otherwise, we might be thinking this guy has a secret with his buddy, Cary Grant.
Mm.
Oh,
You know what I
shit, they're
mean?
gay. They're always gay.
So Cary Grant was the wife that he was talking about that was hung.
Yes.
Interesting.
Who went method?
But
His wife was hung.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
But do
His
the
wife
other
was
big
movies?
old Dungus.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Line of the day,
sucker-
bro.
That sucker swang low.
But the other of these renowned movies, do they have
Sweet
a
chariot. Ooh, that sucker was hung, baby. Adam, let's talk about this guy's penis.
yeah.
He was a hung lady. You
Yeah.
could say that again.
He had a big triangle between his legs. If you know what I mean.
Every genital they do is just like pointy.
Very conical. So
anyway,
did the
so
other
what was the
renowned
good part
cycle
about
movie?
this movie?
Do the other renowned cycle movies have a lady with big triangles?
That was just the brazier, right?
Or is this the
I'm not.
actor of this
I
movie?
I don't know because I'm not paying attention to that at all. I'm sorry.
Well, the movie is making a big.
Oh, you're making eye contact. Got it.
He watched it with his girlfriend. That's why he's saying that.
I don't find
Right.
this prim 50s fucking cold fish of a woman attractive, Adam.
I don't
She
know,
looks
she's
just
cool
like
looking.
Adam's wife, though.
She's
Chill
like
out, William.
she's
Chill
a dead.
out.
Looks
She's a
like my
widow.
cold fish of a wife.
She's blonde with blue eyes, white, maybe racist person.
Dude, everybody in the West is trying to fuck this lady.
Who cares?
She's the only lady in
saying
the
that the
movie,
that's
dude.
what the movie is about.
She's literally the only female in the entire movie. There's 20 people. There's 20 characters in the movie, and so it's 20. It's 19 dudes and one lady. This movie is written by like a 13-year-old.
My eyes are fixated on the man with the triangle chest. Brigade.
Cool.
That guy is a bizarre looking human, and I love every shot of him in this movie. His little hat, his big
Yeah,
shoulders.
yeah.
It's like
It's nice when like that's a nice thing. Another nice thing about the old Hollywood westerns is like the tough cowboy is like clearly like a closeted gay actor, you know.
with like
And it's like their
amazing
way
with an
out the
amazing
closet.
body. He looks like
Yeah.
like he's in his 50s and he's like he's working out still, like sculpting his shoulders, you know, and like
He's a handsome man.
everybody
Yeah,
else
how
looks
old
like
were they
shit.
supposed to be?
They look awful. James Coburn looks super
But
skinny.
the
He looks like a
characters. How old was the character?
Yeah, the
supposed
other
to be?
outlaw's fat, like a fat ass, and like
yeah, they look like they're just
They
guys
do
who
all look
drink
like
all
shit,
the
yeah.
time. Everybody else is just drunk.
that was the secret to being a hunky guy. Just be a gay man. Be gay.
Rock Hudson is gorgeous.
Well, when there's one woman out of 20,000 people, yeah, it's pretty. You got to go gay.
That's true.
and most of these women, they just filled up with booze and pills. You know, they didn't know what the hell was going on. They're
bet
crying
there
in one
was-
scene, they're getting slapped in the other.
Yeah.
Oh, that whole the trade, that whole scene was insane.
Where they're trying to trade. the
Yeah, they
woman
go
to
right. Yeah, they're like, we
Marquette-
want the
Marqueteros.
woman, and she goes, "I'm not easily scared," and then she immediately folds, like,
Well, why did she do that, Ryan?
because it was her husband's horse.
Okay.
So she knew
So
that,
stop making
but,
fun of her for crying.
but she goes, "I don't fold." And then literally within
Gotcha.
3 seconds, it was a gotcha moment for sure.
For sure. She should have like started laughing.
She
be like,
goes,
"I
"I'll
stop-
never,"
feel embarrassed now.
or just don't say that because you know you're gonna fold. Like, come on.
True.
And then
Well, she
everyone's
wants to
halfway,
She wants to prove that she's can
but she didn't.
make it out on the rugged West.
You know, it would have been tougher if she was like, you know what? I might cry. This is scary. If she
her
was
husband was
honest.
murdered. I don't think she's feeling all that great. She's pretty
Nah.
like upset.
but she don't scare.
But everything is leading up to the big climax, and then when the movie ends, you see Randolph Scott burning the tree, the hang tree, and it's this one masterful shot with the camera on a jib, and it rises over, and it says like the end.
Rises with the smoke.
Yeah,
It
It's
looks
so
like
awesome.
a burning cross.
Yeah, it looks like a
It
burning
looks
cross.
racist as fuck, is what it looks like.
Well,
It's
it's
a great,
like
great last shot. Yeah, there's a lot of great shots.
Oh, there was. Oh my God. Speaking of Red Dead Redemption 2, a lot of the like, when you go into uh what's the mode where it just runs for you?
cinematic mode.
Yeah.
Cinematic mode. There was a lot of that in this movie that was awesome.
There's
Like,
full on dialogue scenes of
right.
where people are riding on horses.
Yeah, it's
And
cool.
then what I loved there was a specific scene, and it was the first time the main character and the other, I'm not gonna remember, Brigard and the other guy were
Brigade.
Brigade and the
And
other
the
guy
outlaw
were
guy.
talking.
Boone.
They were talking, and they were just like riding next to each other on their horses, and they were talking, and then they had the girl or the woman, one, like her horse just came in past them, and it just
Yeah.
made it feel so real.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
Like,
about. That part
yeah,
was
that was
awesome.
like such a good little like
Another thing,
cherry
yeah,
on top for
they
that
also did
scene.
that part where like they're riding, talking, and then like what are the Indians or whatever are in the hills in the distance, like behind them in the shot. And but
Yeah.
you're kind of like, what is that at first? I thought it was like maybe like
It
trees
looks
or
like more
something.
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like then
Looks like
Brigade
Joshua
notices
trees.
them and like starts going, but and there's like that great shot of like the jug hanging from the porch, like in silhouette
Yeah.
when they go to that one part and they ride by, and then that like lets you know later when they come back to it, you're like, oh, that's the same one. It's very like subtle, like but very clear, like location defining. This is
It made
probably,
it
by the
made
way,
the whole thing feel very vast.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're in the desert. Like
But this is
there's one home every 2 days.
It's
There's one
lonesome,
building
baby.
every 2 days.
This is the best looking of all his other movies. I don't think any
It
of
was
them
great.
are shot in scope.
I was going to say
I
this is
just
also probably one of the best. That's probably one of the best movie jugs in like the history of movies.
No. Have you seen Pamela Anderson? And
Barbed wire, bro.
those are the best movie jugs.
Those are a little too round for me.
So
Like a more angular.
there's this thing I
Triangular.
noticed.
Yeah.
I was watching like the Jimmy Stewart, Anthony Mann movies, and they'll have like scenes of them outside on location, and then at night it'll just cut to a set and they recreate the whole thing, and there's like painted trees in the background. I mean, it looks so fake. It looks so bad. And what they do in this movie, they have a lot of day for night. And the French, of course, are obsessed with day for night because, Truffaut made that movie Day for Night, bro.
Never saw it, but I know that exists.
So Day for Night is you shoot at the daytime and then you tint the movie blue and you darken it in post.
Okay.
But there's like some cool dialogue scene. There's some cool dialogue scenes of them at night talking. And I love in Westerns when they drink coffee at night. It just makes it seem like that much harsher.
I never understood that.
And
why do you do that?
Because they're tired as fuck.
So why do you drink coffee? Like, go to sleep.
I think you can boil the shitty water. The water might not be clean, so they boil it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, my grandpa did it. That was just like an old person thing. Like they would drink decaf coffee at night. And then go to sleep.
A fucking idiot, dude.
Well, they're dead.
Good.
Well, the thing is, when the older you are,
because of it,
you start to fall asleep.
Probably.
Yeah, but they want to go to sleep. They take a coffee, like take a sip of it, and then he would walk to his bedroom with the cup, and then that would be his like nighttime.
Yeah. Grandpa sounds like a real.
And then he got on his iPhone.
Yeah, he wouldn't have made that walk.
TikTok.
He wouldn't have made that walk otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Every night.
The coffee was getting him.
Then get a studio apartment. God damn, these people are stupid.
Now you're talking about your grandparents being stupid.
They're dead now. I can talk however I want.
Dude, I'm so glad they're dead.
Honestly, same.
That's really, Adam, that's really mean to say.
No,
I mean,
Ryan agrees.
It could be mean. My grandma was a vegetable for about 9 years, so it's good that she's dead. And my grandpa's dead. I mean,
Be cool if after your parents died, you burned the hospital down and stood at its foot and looked up at it.
Yeah.
And then like watch the smoke rise into the air.
Yeah.
That would be cool. To get like.
Why the
Like,
tree though?
I'm no
Why
longer
that tree?
mommy's boy. I'm a
The
big boy now.
tree. The tree.
The hangman's tree.
The
That
Hangman's
took
Tree.
'em-
That's a Western. Is that it? That's not. There's. Let's talk about
That's
Red
what it
Dead
was
now.
called. That was what it was called, right?
There's no red hanging tree in Red Dead 2 though. For a
Oh,
game that has like a
I've made a
compendium of
couple.
Western
Oh, no, I've done it.
mythologies. Oh, okay. But I mean, one of my favorite things about Red Dead that like a good Western like this with long shots and stuff can makes you feel too is like when you just ride and dude, just taking it in, listening to the clomps and the nature and like looking
Cinematic
around at
mode.
it's about taking in the expanse of the American West. That's what Westerns are all about. Like it's a way to appreciate the incredible beauty of the American West.
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to say
That's
something.
not what
bunch of-
Westerns are about at all.
A hanging tree? That's the beauty? Is
First of all, there's a hanging tree in the
middle of
first Red Dead.
desert?
There's a hanging
there
tree
is?
in the first Red Dead
I
Redemption
didn't play the
game.
first one.
Yeah. So
That was when I was trying to not play video games and be like successful and stuff. So I missed
What
it, the
happened?
first
What
one.
happened with that?
It was a mistake.
yeah, you should have played Red
You
Dead. It
should
was
have played
awesome.
Red Dead. You
I
should have
fucked up. I
closed it
missed
down. You fucked up, bro.
I did.
Howdy, partner. You probably don't even get that.
Now, what does that mean?
Exactly. You didn't finish the game.
I wish I knew what that meant.
Howdy, partner.
What does that mean? Why do you keep saying that?
So
Howdy.
the locations in this movie are in a bunch of other westerns. The rocks in the beginning of this movie where he catches Billy, that's the same location, the opening scene of Django Unchained. It's the
Oh, that's
same
cool.
rocks.
Oh, wow. Who
And I
was
think-
Very cool. That's another cool thing about
who
this.
was the one shooting in that scene? His brother?
No, it was
Billy?
part of their crew or whatever.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah, who was it though?
Part
'Cause
of
I
the-
never
it
Is
was
that a
part of their-
focus? I don't know.
He was telling him like, "Hey, go tell my brother or whatever." Like,
That was his brother, just like on the other side of the hill.
no, it was
It's not
part
the
of their
brother.
gang. Part of their gang.
Just a,
That's
a
what I'm
dude.
asking. Who was it?
They're just part of the. Okay. But that's another thing
There's
that's cool
one
about
guy-
westerns.
He goes, they're posted up all around the rocks. That's
But
what
he was
said.
lying. He was lying.
Yeah, but then who was that guy? And where'd that guy go?
He
and why
went
did
to
he
tell
not
his brother.
follow?
I would like to see that story, Ryan. The story of the guy who has to tell the gang.
Also,
That
what if
could
he
be-
goes, oh,
that would
shit,
be like-
what if Billy goes, I got a whole gang here waiting in all these rocks, and then a bullet goes and he goes, oh, fuck, I was joking. I don't know who the hell's shooting.
Yeah. That'd be
What if
cool.
Adam was the guy on the rock who has to go tell the gang?
Adam is any accident. He like sneezed and shot.
And he just like
Adam,
Guess
you
we-
want to jump in?
he gets lost.
No, this is
He's
you guys are
scr-
doing great with this.
He scrambles.
Yeah, what if? But another thing I like
And he just gets distracted because he sees
his
a cow with
pet.
big tits. He just sees a cow with big udders, and he just is like,
Oh, big old
Don't
six
make-
titty.
It's really uncool that you like make the tit thing like a thing that it's like only like
They're
my
just
weirdness.
triangular.
But it's like this is the big
I mean, you
focus
said
of,
it. No,
It's
you
like a
said
50
it though.
it's
and
a
like an
50s
iconic
cow.
shot of this lady's like crazy profile and stuff, and like
Yeah, that's how they were.
that's what I'm
Has, like,
saying.
a
They put
blonde
asses
wig
in the
on.
seats. It was like that part of the selling point of the movie.
But that's how they were. Like every movie star at the time was like that.
Well, I mean, I don't.
That was like
You're not
what a
impressed,
bra
you're saying?
was. No, you're just so mystified by
Just a
pyramid
geometry
titties.
buff.
It's a pyramid tit scheme.
"Don't go to Egypt, buddy.
Why not?
Try to fuck the pyramid."
Oh, okay. But I love the like the Django
Just
Unchained
laying
thing
on
that you were
top of
saying.
laying on top of the
Oh,
top.
never mind. It's like
single
the third time I tried to
stone.
say it.
Just
humping.
screaming, I can't die.
That'd be cool.
While you're humping
What about
the
Django
Bass
Unchained?
the Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
It's still a pyramid. I think it's one of the great pyramids.
Miniature
He's
golf
up on the top
course.
of it.
He's just taking his
Holding
dick in the
on.
hole. A miniature golf course.
Holding on to
Pyramid.
the big bass Billy on the top of the pyramid, big Bass Pro Shop. Is it? They have one of those silly big bass Billies where you push the button and the fish
You would think
sinks?
you would think that one of those
Big
would be
mouth
at a
bass
Bass Pro.
Billy or whatever.
Got to tell your brother, Adam. You
Yeah,
gotta tell the, or
Hey,
you gotta
I
tell the
can
brother
tell
at the gang. You're getting distracted.
Yeah.
I can tell your brother. I'm
But just like that it be like shoot the fact that he shot at the same rocks for Django and Chain. That's just like a very cool because this is like a thing about like westerns that understand how to shoot the landscape is like you're shooting these small personal dramas in this like eternity like this landscape of like eons, and there's like a
What?
very cool juxtaposition within like a single image of a good western
Are you
because you
having a
see
stroke?
like
Well, they're
probably one of the best points I've ever made on the podcast, and now it's
they're like
fucked up, Brian.
well,
Thank you.
the thing is, Bud Bedecker hated
God damn it.
John
Got your
Ford for
ass.
shooting locations. He said John Ford likes to shoot locations and not people. So, but it is, you did pick up on the thing that it's people in the landscape. That's what Bud Bedecker was going for. That was his like his
That's cool. That's
big
cool.
motivation. So I
But
guess
yeah, it's like
you could say they're like lands without God because there's like no civilization. They're like
and
uncivilized.
deserts too. A lot of
It took
them are
2
just desert.
days to get. Where'd they go? San Jose, Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Got to go to Santa
and
Cruz.
it took. It was like 2 days.
They wanted
So
to
it
go
was like it was
skimboarding.
like
That's why
a,
he just was a big skimboarder. He's like, I got to get there before the swell
They
dies
get-
down.
That's what he's got instead of a rifle on his horse. He's got a
Yeah.
little one of those little skim boards. He's
That'd be
like, I
cool.
got a skim, baby.
Yeah.
No, but so
Yeah,
the whole
anyway.
movie took place in like 72 hours, right? Like 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, it's very. It could be a TV movie. You could see this
It
like in a very
should
shitty,
be,
boring
yeah.
version. But you could
Love-
also see it like if you added 20 minutes of
It's
just
a
like.
side quest. I told you, it's a side
If
quest
you-
in a
hold
video
on.
game.
But if you added like 20 minutes of silence and you just extended some of the
Right.
tension and you made it like slower, which I don't think they could do at the time. Like I think they had to make it short.
Because it was all film, though.
Because it was
So they
going to be a
couldn't
double feature.
physically do it.
Yeah, like you could make this. You could make these scenes have more impact for a modern audience with just like a little more pacing, but with the
That's what the
spareness.
beginning. Yeah, the beginning jumps in real quick. It's like here's 3 characters, and then it's like okay, basic, but I like them. They look good. They look good. And then it's like the next. It was they could have definitely slow it down. That there could have been 20 more minutes. What'd you say?
But they
30?
were still like, yeah, like minute-long shots of them just like riding towards the camera.
Yeah, and those were good.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's what I'm saying. Like
They
we've
also
been talking
make-
about spectacle in the past few weeks or whatever. Spectacles being like a thing that movies need to get asses in the seats and stuff. And like these movies had that with that just by going out to these amazing places and shooting them and
You talking about the triangle titties?
and not cutting around them. Yeah. Those are 2 monuments that I thought
Look, if
were-
you want to see spectacle,
titties,
go see Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania, where like
quantum
Literally-
titty. Do they got rectangle titties?
every single
Ant-Man has
shot
huge
is
tits.
is green screen for like 2 hours. Once they get to the quantum world, there isn't a single location. There isn't a single outdoor exterior shot for 2
Yeah,
hours.
there was actually one single location, and it was the green screen room. What are you
Yeah.
It's the
talking about?
quantum realm.
It
The
looks
quantum realm.
terrible. Everything looks small. It just has like
Yeah,
feels
he's
claustrophobic.
Ant-Man, dude. It's supposed to look small. It's the quantum realm. The shit. It sounds you just Iron Man had too much iron on his skin.
even Galaxy Quest has spectacle.
What's Galaxy Quest? Oh my god, with Tim Allen, that movie slaps.
Yeah, you can't like. Did that movie bomb? Did Ant-Man bomb? The new
It
one?
did pretty well. It made like
Really?
$800 million.
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
That ain't a tiny amount.
But the reviews were really bad.
Clip
It did
that.
Something about the
Shazam
quantum.
2,
Yeah,
fucking
that's
that
cool.
shit bombed.
Shazam 1 was bad.
Poor
Screams-
Shazam guy.
He's not a movie star. He's no
Chuck?
Randolph Scott. No. Zachary Levi.
You talking about Chuck?
Jenna
Shazam?
Ortega. That's
He
a
could
movie
be a
star.
closet
Scream
gay
6.
man too. You don't know. You don't know what his private life is like.
You think I could be a movie star?
You?
Yeah.
You'd have to be really good at acting to be this poorly behaved and have a career.
Yeah. You think
Yeah,
I
you're
could
wearing
do
those eat shit sunglasses and you deliver like an incredible monologue, like a Shakespearean, like
There are drunk actors where they just learn to shoot them in the morning, and then they know
Oh,
after
there's
a
drunk
certain time.
actors.
Then after a certain time, they're unusable. The guy
My
in
friend-
Jaws, the best guy in Jaws.
Yeah.
Quint.
You think I could do that? I
My
just got to get
my-
old, huh?
I had a friend who in college, Thomas Jane came and did a workshop with his like theater group or something like that, and he was like stinking drunk. He like smelled like booze and was like incredibly
Yeah.
drunk and stuff. So he's one of I feel, but he pulls it off.
The Punisher, great movie.
Yeah, he
Which
crushes
one?
it.
The whatever one Thomas Shane's in. I never saw it.
Who's that?
That one
I'm a
shot
Dolph
in Tampa.
Lundgren Punisher guy. You know
That one
what I
shot
mean?
in my
I
area.
was just talking about that
My
last
turf.
night, and I was talking about you, William.
Thank you. Spread the
And I said-
gospel.
I said,
Wow.
this little
What'd you
tiny
say about
weak
William?
little cat. I go, this little tiny weak coward, this little noodle arm wimp, this little angel, uncooked angel,
Sing it,
hair-
brother.
angel hair spaghetti pasta noodle armed wimp, uncooked, brittle. This guy's brittle. You sneeze at him, his arms are gonna snap. This guy's weak. Turned me on to the Dolph Lundgren Punisher, and I love it. That's what I said.
Cool.
Great movie.
And the guy
Spread
goes,
the
"What?"
word.
So the guy he goes, "What?" And I go, "This guy William, this little noodle arm, this little uncooked noodle arm," because he didn't hear me the
You
first
went through
time.
it again, the
This
whole
little
thing
noodle
again.
arm, one cooked,
Yeah.
the uncooked new angel hair spaghetti ass.
You did it with the
I go, he's
stutters and
actually
stuff
got
like
a
that.
pretty good ass. I said he's actually got a decent ass, but it's
No, he's
crispy.
like, what is wrong with you? Are you having a
And I
stroke?
go,
No,
I'm
man.
having a stroke. I go, no, I'm Adam Bowers.
Damn, dude.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, mic drop.
Damn, I did not see that coming.
Man, this movie was boring. I should have just played Red Dead.
I know that.
William,
I know
you
that you
picked
think
this?
that.
72
Because
minutes,
I
bro.
picked
In
it,
Red Dead,
motherfucker.
you fuck around with Sasquatch. You fuck around with little things like robots and AI and
Dude,
heavy.
We
Arthur
all played this
Morgan
game
is
2 years ago.
Arthur Morgan is a Bud Bedecker character.
Right. Brigger?
He is.
Regard?
How so? Go off.
He's lonely.
Okay. He's riding.
He ain't John Wayne.
He's secretly
not-
gay with Cary
he's-
Grant.
He's not cocky like John Wayne.
True. He's a humble man. He's more of a worker.
We've been watching a lot of John Wayne at work, and I'm not a big John Wayne fan.
If you go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame or like the Chinese theater where his cement is, you got handprints and boot prints. His boots are, I can't explain how small they are. It's like shocking how
He's a
small
little
his
guy?
boots are.
Like what you put your shoes there, and you're like, damn, this is like a couple inches bigger than my feet. This is tiny.
No. Yeah, and I have real little baby feet. So
Yeah, petite feet.
You're like 7 foot tall.
I wear
with little
baby shoes. So, and they were only a little bit bigger than mine.
Adam's like a
So-
deer.
Hmm. I do have kind of like the
Like
body of
Bambi.
What John Wayne movies have you watched?
kind of like the body of a deer standing upright is my physique.
Bambi on
me?
the lake.
You've never seen Bambi.
I know that's
You're like
ironic.
Bambi's. Yeah, no, you're just like Bambi's mom.
What happened? Is she cool?
She's
saying
hot.
she's-
Oh,
you
she's
saying
the
she's
hero.
cool?
She is.
She have-
She's not very busty, so I don't think you'll appreciate her.
Yeah,
She's more of a.
Not
She's
interested.
leggy.
you're like a more
I
chunky
like a leg.
Bambi's mom. You're like
Badass
when I
version
say
of Bambi's
chunky, I
mom.
mean like muscles. You like workout.
Thanks, bro.
You're like a ripped Bambi's mom.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate somebody not like recognizing that. But
I mean, the
gotta work
story
out.
ends the same either way, whether you're ripped or not. So I might as well give you that. You're ripped, dude, and you can die, but it's hard. Bambi's mom.
yeah. Oh, but she dies.
In
damn.
the you never seen it?
Spoiler alert.
She gets hit by cars.
Multiple car.
No, the whole movie Cars.
Oh, that would be cool.
He tries to jump across the street, and the whole
And the
cast
cars
from
from
Cars.
Lightning McQueen runs her over.
The sleepy truck.
And
runs her
that's the
over.
intro to Cars.
killing
That'd be
Bambi's mom.
awesome.
Lightning
It's
McQueen
like,
just
oh,
runs her
shit.
over.
Right. It's like, oh shit, I thought I was watching Bambi. I'm watching Cars 4.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And then that turns into Fast and the Furious. All right.
So
we
what's
could do
the
this all
lesson? What
day.
did we learn?
Dude.
I don't know. To
I think
play video games instead of watch movies like that. Like play the
Brother.
movie instead of watch it.
You're not wrong.
I think that, like having your wife get killed sucks, but getting revenge seems pretty fun. Seems like a
Oh,
pretty
I do
fun,
that.
cool
I
thing
do
to
that,
go
and I don't
do,
even need a wife.
get into. You're just into the revenge part,
Oh my God.
but it's got to
Yes.
mean something,
No, it doesn't.
I think that's just.
Try it.
Is it still revenge?
Like watch somebody not use their blinker in traffic,
Oh, I see.
and then just watch them not do it, and then cut in front of you, and then get revenge. Like the feeling. I don't know what that revenge is. You do it, but
Okay, you understand. You understand
Yeah.
revenge. Seems
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Fire you,
Bas-
you just blind fire at him through your car windshield.
damn.
That's
You're
what
like
people have
Max
been doing.
Payne,
I didn't want to
basically.
say it. I didn't want to say it.
That's what I do.
Shooting out your own windshield
Look, the lesson of the movie is
I put my whole genitals on the window. Is what I do.
while you're driving.
Yeah.
the
it's
lesson is
dangerous.
protect your wife, Don't let her get kidnapped and hung, you fucking idiot. This guy's he fucked
Did he
up.
even have a wife?
Yeah, exactly.
We
Right,
never
my
saw her.
wife, quote unquote.
Yeah. Real Borat situation.
It'd be cool if they just turned out to be lovers and him and Lee Van Cleef just like passionately kissed.
Under the hanging tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
Everybody else
slow
was like,
hummed.
what the fuck?
What would you do
Yeah.
if somebody
Mm.
hanged me? I think I would just immediately, if my hands were free, start like pretending to be aroused about it.
You would go out with a bit of jerking off
would just
when you're
go-
being hung.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, what else would you do?
People would really mourn your death. They're like, well, that
I'd
guy
go,
was not a
Ooh, I go,
total
"Ooh."
creep. His last
They'd
words.
be like, we definitely
It
did the
just
right
says,
thing.
I
Jerk
died
off
my
motion
way.
in hand.
I created the narrative of my death. At
And-
least
and
I
going-
was in charge.
Making that noise. Yeah,
So
we were
what's
like,
our
oh, I'm so
ratings?
glad we killed this guy.
How would you guys want to be hanged?
penis. Duh.
Penis first.
My
Japanese
God, that's
rope
not
torture.
long enough.
Oh yeah, you're into those. You want to, William just his dreams about being raped like a Japanese woman in like an old
Geisha
Japanese rape
period.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Japanese rope torture. I mean, like
But
that's the way
why
to
though,
go.
William? What's going on? You good?
Look, I just have a lot of shame about my genitals.
How come?
I think they're beautiful.
There was
All
this
of them.
cow.
Yeah.
There was this cow with really big tits that I fucked once, and then
How many titties and were they pointy?
they were
kinda-
pointy. They were
what
like
kinda-
triangles.
All right.
That's gonna be okay. Every time anybody goes, dude, I saw this girl and she was just had them big old bazongas. The first thing I'm gonna say is, were they pointy?
Were they equilateral?
How pointy though?
15
And what-
degrees.
Like a sundial.
Exactly.
Cool.
Like a sun.
And tell what time it is.
What's our ratings?
I think, well, you got to also, the fact that this movie is an hour and 13 minutes or whatever, so good. More
It was
of
that
that,
long?
please. Ryan is being if you listen to the
This
show,
was
you
an
know that Ryan
episode-
is on
this
his
was-
bullshit right now.
This was a TV show episode.
Even with the
Like,
visual splendor
Yes.
on the cast?
I was not. I
Some
did not get
titties?
attached. I did not get attached to anybody. The horses were every horse was abused in this movie. They were like knocking them down and like
Different time.
putting them down.
I think a lot of that was
It's not a different time. It's that
hey,
time.
by the way, movies did way worse shit to horses back then.
Those
I
horses
was
were
thinking about this.
actors. They're actors.
Also, like, They were
They
doing more
enjoy it.
like,
Mm-hmm,
dude, fucking
Uh-huh.
Brigade does a thing,
Right.
does a stunt where
Uh-huh.
he pulls like the horse down he like gets off the horse by
he
like
does the slide.
having the
Yeah.
horse slot. Yeah,
He
pretty
jumps
sick.
over the cobblestone. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So because of the length and stuff, I thought that there were some slower stretches, honestly, with dialogue stuff. But yeah, I like this movie a lot. Especially, I don't know.
It
I
needs a
liked the
better
beginning too.
beginning.
I like the
I think
beginning a
it
lot.
I think it needs a better I don't know what it was good. I loved it, but I think it needs because
I'll
little
it
give
more
it a
jumped
four and a
juice.
in.
half.
A
It
little more
like jumped
juice.
into it. Like you said, William, slower. Like they could have took more. They could have took their time.
I'll tell you what
But
they would do in a modern movie. You would start the movie with Billy, thinking Billy was
Right.
the protagonist, and then Brigade would come in like in the second scene and take him as a bounty
well, you do kind of think that for like the opening moment.
because it starts on Billy.
Yeah,
But
because it
it's
starts on Billy,
fast.
of course.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fast.
It's literally like 2 minutes maybe. That
But-
scene, that model. That's a dope scene though.
Yeah, you gotta give it. I gotta give it four and a half.
I give it
Enjoyed it.
5. I love it.
2,
It's one of my favorites.
then 1,
That's fair, dude. Yeah, throw it on, man. Like it's an hour. It's an hour long.
1.5.
Watch the other ones if you like it so much. They're not as
No,
good.
just
but
play
they're
Red
pretty
Dead
good.
Redemption 2. Don't watch this movie. Just play Red Dead 2.
If
Ryan
you want to
Miss brings
see
up a
Play
good
it.
point, though.
a
Create
cool
the
movie with this actor, Sam Peckinpah directed Ride the High Country.
That's
He's
what I
in
thought
that.
we were watching, by the way.
He's in that. Sam Peckinpah likes this movie.
Who's that? The main guy? The old guy?
Brigade, Randolph Scott.
Right.
Randy Scott.
Harry's lover.
R.I.P. Cary Grant and Randolph Scott. 2 of them couldn't make it work out, but they did all right.
Dude, Cary Grant was. I bet you Randolph Scott did acid. Cary Grant was a big acid guy.
Bet you $20 they didn't.
Cary Grant was huge on LSD. He was like he was probably the most vocal person, like early LSD person.
All right, $40.
I'm
saying.
really into psychedelic psychiatrics.
I'm just saying.
We all love to take a little LSD, take a little mushrooms, get in the swimming pool with our best friend and movie star boyfriend, Randolph Scott.
Yeah.
That's just bro shit, though, to be honest. I got my buddy Nick's name tattooed on my chest. That's just bro shit. We also fuck every night. me
Yeah,
and
you guys
Nick.
just play tennis together a lot.
They
and stuff.
I'm sure they were ironically having gay sex. Just like, come on, we're bros. Whatever.
Yeah.
What if I
We're
just
hanging
This is
out.
such a
It's just
funny
guy.
bit.
It's a guy
They're in
thing.
they're in such denial they don't even admit it themselves.
Like,
Oh
what
my
are you
God, this
talking
is such
about?
a
We're
good
just
bit.
buddies.
It's bros. Bros
It's a-
before hoes.
It's a good bit. Anywho,
Is that a kind of bit you'd like, Adam?
what?
Is this hit too close to home?
How so?
Well,
Is that kind of a bit
you
you'd
have your
like?
roommate, that guy, Kendall,
Kendall?
who lives with you.
The buff black guy who lives with me, you saying?
He's in the
we're just
shed,
bros.
right?
We're just bros.
Your workout buddy, your
He's in
living
the
personal
shed
trainer.
right now. He's right behind you.
He's just constantly oiled and he's incredibly jacked. We're just bros.
It seems
Nobody-
like he's been looking for a quarter he dropped for about 25 minutes near your chair. He's on his hands and knees right by your chair.
Oh, you see it? Yeah,
His
you've been
head is
noticing
going
that?
up and down and he's looking for something when he can't find it.
I assume I can't see, but
So Kendall. That is such a Kendall move. Dude, get at it. The bit landed, okay, Kendall?
Hey,
Go
nothing wrong with that.
take a schwitz.
It's all about being bros.
whoa. A Schwitz? Why you gotta get
Is that a-
Jewish with?
I don't know.
This is a good movie to watch with your bros, you know? Drink some beers, watch a
No,
Western.
Don't. But just fucking play. Call Red Dead Redemption.
I
Call
try to
of
play
Duty-
Red
play
Dead
any
Redemption with
Western.
you guys and you don't like it. So
You're
what
not
am
a
I
good
supposed to do?
player. You don't know how to
Dude, you go
do
camp.
anything.
Go
You're
camp
terrible.
over.
No, you
yeah,
guys
I
just
mean,
this is the thing is I know how to play Red Dead because Red Dead is about
Oh, here we go.
oh my God, what's your favorite moment about Red Dead? And
Hey, can I say
and
my point, please,
say the
motherfucker?
quote. Yeah, it's gonna be exactly what I'm thinking it's gonna be.
I'm just saying the point of Red Dead is immersing you in the realism of the time and the pace of life back then.
Bro, there's Sasquatch.
I
There's
never saw this. What are you talking about?
Adam, when we play the game, Adam doesn't know how to use the button to make his horse run faster.
That's
So he
not
doesn't
true.
catch up to the bounty before we do. Ryan and
We
I kill
played-
everybody, capture the
would
bounty, put the guy
play-
on our horse, and then like we're on the way back to the the drop off point, and Adam is still like trotting along
The
slowly.
problem is that I'm in
He's in
cinematic mode, and then
cinematic.
yeah. So and then I'm like doing other shit. So
Just
This
an
was
annoying
quarantine.
person to
This
play
was
video
quarantine,
games.
and like William and I were literally just like we're like, I'm getting shot. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I was like, oh, have you seen the moon's like full right now?
But there's the
then
same
you-
missions
this is
over and
what I'm
over.
saying.
Riding on your-
I
They are-
understand the game more than you guys.
They have the same missions over and over again. So they're very easy. It's like, oh yeah, it's that spot in Saint Denis. Like there's a
Yeah.
bridge and there's like a little bit of
Oh, I
water.
can walk through this way. Yeah.
Here they come. They're going down the road. We just wait for them as they enter in the building, and there's a gate, and you shoot them all.
Hey, how about
Yeah.
we kill him this time? Sure, let's do it. No, let's lasso him. And then I don't know where he's lost.
Adam would be murdered so fast in the Wild West. Being like, it's about taking your time. It's like, no, everybody's trying to kill you, and if you don't do everything at your disposal to
No,
get
I
ahead,
bet
you
Adam
will
would
die.
survive.
This
I bet
is
Adam
not a
would survive.
chill, fun.
I bet you and I would be dead. Adam would somehow survive. How would you survive, Adam?
He'd be taking a bath the whole time. He wouldn't
I'd
like
be-
leave the house.
I'd be chill.
the
I'd be
hotel.
chill, and everybody
No,
would
he'd
think I
be
was
in
cool.
the shed. It happened like right now. He'd be in his shed,
He'd
and
be
everybody
tied up.
would raid every house. No, they wouldn't search the shed. So they'd shoot everybody in the house. No disrespect. They'd shoot your family up. They'd shoot the neighbors. They'd shoot everybody. No disrespect. This is just an apocalypse situation.
Right.
Shoot them up. But you're here recording this right now. In the
Well, I mean,
shed.
so I have
So
technology
then,
that
so then
doesn't
you
exist.
you go,
you know?
okay, later, guys, and you get up and walk out, and the whole world's gone. That's how you'd survive.
Yeah, probably.
And William and I would be dead because we're in a house.
That's the thing. The difference is you're in a house, I'm in a shed.
Yeah, the guys that they
Okay.
go, there's no way some guy would be recording a
I would get
podcast."
killed. No, we would get
Yeah.
killed because he doesn't have our
Oh.
back. We're like, we were on the raid. Where's Adam? Fuck
Don't
it. We
say
gotta,
Oh,
that. No,
together.
don't
we gotta
Right.
go. And then
Oh,
we're just
still talking Red
murdered.
Dead.
Okay, if we
We're
were doing
shot.
I was talking
real
real
raid,
life.
in real life, I would not be looking at the moon. Okay, I would
Yeah,
not
you
get
would.
distracted by the moon.
Adam, come on.
Not, I'd look at
I-
it, but I wouldn't
I'd toss a glance towards it.
Yeah. It's the moon. It's beautiful. I'm taking in the splendor of the American West. If you're not doing that, then why are we even out here? That's what I'm saying.
Have
Why
you
are you a
explored the
cowboy?
American West, Adam?
Of course.
Well, it's
Nah,
not something
you're
that everybody has
Florida boy.
done,
I've toured my share.
How come you haven't come to Texas to hang out with me and be friends?
I did come to Texas. I come to Texas all the time.
It'd be
Oh,
friends
you
and
said
Ryan.
you're in
That
the
seemed
West.
very transactional last time you were here.
Damn.
Why do you say that? This is
I don't know.
ridiculous. So you think that you're in the West, bro? I'm in California, man. That's as west as it gets. That's as west as it gets.
No, dude, we live on a freaking circle. We live on a ball. There's no west. There's everything. If you can go west far enough that you end up east.
That's true. That's cool.
You go up
Cool attitude.
enough, you can go north, and if you go enough north, you're south. None of it's real.
Yeah.
Nothing
What,
is
what movie should we do
real.
next?
I thought we were doing Django.
I want to do Django.
Yeah. Django is all action, spectacle.
That's the coffin one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
He carries
Thought
a
you were gonna do
coffin
that
full of
corn thing.
guns.
It reminds me
Spoiler
of
alert.
Trigun.
Yes. Big influence.
There's a big cross bearer, the preacher character.
If you don't carry a cross with you or a coffin, then what are you even doing?
Are you even a cowboy?
Are you even a freaking what cross are you bearing if you're
What
not
kinda-
carrying if you're not bearing a cross?
What's in your coffin, Ryan, that you drag around with chains?
bunch of empty 5-hour energy bottles?
Wow.
I feel like Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Are
And
you
they go,
okay?
No, they go, how the hell can you carry that big ass coffin? And they open it and they go, oh, I get it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just taking all of them?
Oh, he's juiced up.
Dude, you should set the world record for amount of 5 hours taken at one time. Just saying. That could be your legacy if you want a legacy.
Be careful with that shit.
Legacies aren't
I know a
real.
guy who died when he drank too many of them.
Was he carrying them in a coffin?
He was almost there.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. I can't die. They're either going to kill me or make me live forever. And so far, I'm not dead.
Whoa.
They work. I've been very tired and drank one and stayed
You ever
awake.
butt shot? You ever boof one?
No. No, I
That's
haven't.
how you really get the effects.
You ever sit on a 5 hour? You ain't done nothing then.
With
like
the liquid in it?
2.5 stars on this movie.
Imagine you're like, you have your guns out, you're about to go on a raid out in the desert, and then Ryan's like, how's it going? You the new guy? You're like, we just get ready for the before we kick this thing off. You just do a couple of 5 hours. You just like pull your pants down,
Be
lift your
awesome.
ass in the air, and butt chug.
I get off my horse. I put a 5 hour in the dirt road. I open it and I take the cap off and I get back on the horse, but I stand on the horse and then I pull my pants down and then I do a cannonball off of the horse onto the 5 hour energy.
Whoa. Holy shit.
And then
So it's
when I
like
land,
violently shoved
yeehaw.
inside it.
when that yeehaw, yeah. And then
You're
when
just
the
like-
cheeks hit, when the
other
cheeks hit
cowboys
the
could
dirt,
never say
when the
that
cheeks
again
hit the
after that.
dirt, I'm right back on my feet, and I'm just
You just
pop,
kick
pop,
the
pop,
door
pop. And
open
that's
and
dead
kill.
eye. That's my dead eye.
Oh, nice. That gets you in the zone.
Have you seen the second?
It hurts.
For a few dollars more, the second Clint Eastwood
Yeah,
spaghetti
I've seen.
western.
I've seen them all.
There's that scene at the end where he raids with like Lee Van Cleef and they kill so many people.
It's like 60 or 70. It's like a town.
They just like go through a whole town killing people.
They just
Yeah.
have 5 hours up their butt.
Yeah, they're just butt chugging
They're
the whole
just
time,
boofing, dude.
doing Shrek shots,
Dude.
taunting each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. They put the gun. They put his little 6-shooter in between his butt cheeks, and he pulls the trigger with his butt cheek somehow.
Cool.
Takes a little funnel out, puts it in his pee hole, pours the 5 hour energy right in his dick. With his Lee Van Cleef, like
And then kills
big
7 people
smile,
with
like
a bullet.
and then Clint Eastwood's like sucking on a cigar, like, ooh,
And that's
oh. And they have like 2 guns, and they're just fucking killing Mexicans the whole time. They're all
whoa,
drunk.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Mhm.
whoa,
Big
whoa, whoa,
mustaches. They're like asleep in bed. They just bust in and shoot them in the head.
No horse are getting abused.
So
Killing
this is
animals.
horses.
This is why Clint Eastwood movies are better. No horses are getting abused.
Is that true?
No.
Yes.
Spaghetti westerns.
No, and Clint Eastwood, he doesn't abuse horses. Only Asian people, Mexican,
Blacks.
Gays.
anybody not white.
Yes.
Women.
basically. Yeah.
Rapes of women.
But not
Oh
horses.
my god!
Thank God.
But there's a cool scene where he figures out how to make a bulletproof vest.
Spoiler alerts.
All right. Well,
Django. We'll do high punch
Adam,
after
Adam, your
Django.
eyes look like little cat eyes. Are those your eyes? What is that? What are the two?
I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh, it's my mic light. I'm in complete darkness right now. Sorry.
See, and this is when the raid happens.
That's how he gets shot in the woods. Oh, my microphone is on.
Tired.
The whole
you look like you're in the outhouse.
a whole tribe of Indians chase him down and kill him. Throwing
I
spears
wanna
at
s-
him.
He's in a T-Rex mode. Like a T-Rex just rips open the top and he's sitting on the toilet in Jurassic Park.
Dude, a
This
cowboy
becomes an
movie with
outhouse the moment I
dinosaurs.
start going to the bathroom.
Cowboys and
Dude,
dinosaurs.
that'd be awesome. Does that exist? If it doesn't,
It does.
Cowboys and
pretty
dinosaurs.
good idea.
There's like a 50s movie where they're like, there's cowboy dinosaur. They like something like lasso a dinosaur.
My kid watches
Oh,
a
no,
cowboy
watch,
dinosaur show.
Primal. Just watch that.
There's a cowboy dino kids show called Dino Ranch. My kids on Disney Plus. Check it out.
Oh yeah, I watch that with my nephew. It's actually kind of cool.
It's pretty dope.
The Valley of Gwangi.
Look up Primal.
Should I show my kid that?
Have you all watched that? That's the same person that did Samurai Jack and Powerpuff.
It's a
all
little
that
too
shit.
close to anime for me.
Wow.
Adam, you're a hard sigh.
And now you know how I feel, Ryan.
You love Miyazaki. What are you talking about?
This is
You
the
watch,
no.
you
This is
watch
the
anime
I'm
all
just
the
giving
time.
Ryan a little
Watch
taste of the
Primal,
attitude
dude.
that he's been giving
It's about
us.
It's a caveman and a T-Rex.
Sounds beautiful.
Have you not seen it? It's on HBO. Watch it right
I
now.
watched
20-minute
it. I've
episode.
watched a few episodes.
Is it? I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not going to sit there and binge Primal. I want to,
Why? Well, then do it, you coward.
Hey, we should play Red Dead this week.
Oh, I'm playing right now.
That's cool. That's cool. Where are you in the story, Ryan?
Like 25%.
but bam.
I don't know. I've been playing Blackout a lot.
You've been playing Blacked Out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've been waking up with with some hours and I got like $500 on me.
You should. Oh, you're like, where did this come from?
Yep. I was like, I think it was $200 last time I played.
You should get Arthur drunk when you're drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I do. I did. I love that Lenny storyline.
Yeah,
Where I
yeah,
go get drunk with Lenny and then I can't find him and then everybody looks like Lenny.
yeah, yeah.
Lenny with titties. Lenny
shit's
with
great.
yeah.
It's a great game.
And then you wake up puking.
Yep. Dude,
I
you'd
don't
be an
know where
awesome
I'm at
old
right
West
now,
guy
though.
in a saloon.
I'm telling you. I'm just waiting for that day. It's about to happen.
What?
I am a bartender at a speakeasy.
When you get
You just
sucked back
drink
into
shots?
The world's about to fall apart, so might as well come to Texas.
That's a good motto for Texas.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Seems like a great place.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
I have commitments in a life and I want to go. What's there to do in Texas for a guy like me, for a visitor?
Do
A
you
city
drink?
slicker. Gotta
I
keep in mind,
drink.
William's a city slicker, Ryan.
I
Do you
drink.
smoke?
Yes.
And do you eat?
Yes.
Then you should be fine anywhere.
Oh.
Okay. But where should I
You're doing a good job.
what's the cool place?
You're like, just go
Downtown?
anywhere.
Anywhere. We got Whataburger.
This is
We got
actually
we got
about as
In
good
and Out.
as
You could do a
Ryan is doing
Texas
a good
In and
job.
Out. You want to
Oh,
see a
shit.
Texas In and Out?
What?
Doing
They
all
got
your
Texas
Cali
In and Out?
restaurants.
Yeah.
Holy
dude.
I have a shirt about it. I bought the shirt when it opened.
I didn't realize you had a Texas
and then I
In-N-Out.
moved to LA and I got that LA In and Out. Not
You got
great.
Shake Shack?
Life
Sure.
complete.
I got Uber Eats. We can get whatever you want.
Chipotle?
All right, we gotta end this.
Oh,
We gotta.
yeah, I got Chipotle.
If we're not gonna end this before, we have to say bye. You have to say bye and thank you.
Adam, say goodbye and thank you to everybody,
then. Yeah.
to the audience.
Thank you for listening. And goodbye.
And thank you.
And thank you. I said that already.
Say it again. For a clip.
Hey, you know what? Maybe you can eat shit, Ryan. You better. Why don't you take those glasses off and read what's on them yourself?